The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, just saw some really interesting news on Boxing Scene. Shout out to the fine folks at Boxing Scene. They're always working hard over there. Jake Donovan and the great staff over there. But Boxing Scene just reported that Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter, they got their purse bid coming up. It's going to be September 2nd. Their purse bid will be live streamed on Facebook. Yes, you can watch the Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter purse bid live on the WBO's Facebook page September 2nd. So if you got a Facebook account, go over there and just go follow the WBO and keep your eyes peeled September 2nd because you can actually watch purse bid. And it figures to be an interesting purse bid because, you know, Terence Crawford has been starved out of these big welterweight fights for a long time, for a couple of years now. And Shawn Porter, being a former world champion, a guy who's battle tested and always gives a good fight and a good show to the fans, he's definitely the kind of fighter, he fits the bill of the kind of fighter that boxing fans would love to see Terence Crawford step in the ring with, because for some people out there, the jury's still on how good Terence Crawford actually is. And it's gotten so, some people are getting so carried away with Terence Crawford and what they think about him, that they're saying he's not that good and he's not that overrated when he's been undisputed, when he's been lineal champion multiple times in multiple weight classes. So, you know, everybody has an opinion. You know, we're not going to agree on everything, but going to be very interesting because, you know, we don't really see purse bids live streamed. You know, I can only think of one time ever where we've seen something like this, where we've seen where us, the fans, get a glimpse into what exactly is taking place in these purse bids. You know, we got a chance to see that back in, I think it was like December, when Eric Gomez, the Golden Boy, Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, and Mauricio Sulaiman of the WBC, when they actually did a video chat, like a video Zoom call, doing their ironing out the details for the Ryan Garcia Luke Campbell fight. So that's the only time I've ever heard or seen anything like this. So I think boxing needs to do more things like this so fans can have a better understanding, and even me, so I could have a better understanding, and fans can have a better understanding of just what the hell goes on in a purse bid. Because we hear the term purse bid and we know what it is, but we don't know exactly what the hell it looks like or sounds like. So it's gonna be pretty cool. Now you got to think, in this purse bid, you're gonna have PBC involved, you're gonna have Top Rank Boxing involved, you're gonna have Matchroom Boxing involved, you're gonna have freaking Triller involved. You know, all parties involved in the promotional aspect of boxing are going to be involved with this fight, and the minimum bid for this fight is $200,000. This fight's going to way exceed the minimum bid of $200,000. On top of that, you know, it's also interesting because the WBO rules normally state that the mandatory challenger gets 20% of the purse, the champion gets 80% of the purse. But because of Porter being a former champion and what he normally makes in fights, they've actually adjusted the purse split, and it's going to be 60-40 in favor of Crawford, 40% going to Porter. So something similar like this happened with Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson recently, where, like, I think it was Jamel Herring has 67% of the purse, Shakur's getting 33, due to what Shakur's done in the weight classes and what he's made in other fights. So the WBO is really going to put on a show. And now, you know, I'm very interested to see what happens with this fight. Now, I'll be honest. One thing people must consider when it comes to this fight is, no matter what happens, whether Top Rank wins the bid or not, they still have to pay Terence Crawford the remaining money on his contract. So that's something to think about. If let's just say Al Heyman wins the bid. Let's say if it's PBC, they win the bid. Al Heyman has to pay Terence Crawford his money, and Top Rank has to pay Terence Crawford his money. So Terence Crawford's gonna make, if somebody not named Top Rank wins this bid, Terence Crawford's gonna get paid pretty well. So, you know, shout out to Terence Crawford. You know, the question I have to ask is, if somebody besides PBC wins the bid, will the fight still happen? Will the fight still happen? That's a question I have, because I feel like if Al Heyman can't be in control, if PBC can't be in control, then the fight's not gonna. They're gonna find some way to not make the fight happen. You know, so I'm hoping that we can get a good resolution to this whole situation. You know, I want Terence Crawford to be involved in big time welterweight fight against an opponent that people care about. I want Shawn Porter to be in a fight against Terence Crawford so he can continue to show the world why he's one of the best welterweights out there. And I just want a resolution. I don't want fans to be starved out of a big fight, because we've seen that across all the weight classes in boxing. We've seen all the nonsense going on with the COVID and guys, fights is falling apart. It's been a disaster. So hopefully, for the sake of the welterweight division, which I'm never really the most optimistic about the welterweight division because of just how everything is structured and who holds what belts and what fight people want to see. I'm not the most optimistic about it most of the time, but I'm optimistic that something good can come of the purse bid. So save the date, September the 2nd, on the WBO Facebook page. Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter will be, the purse bid will be streamed on the Facebook page. So should be interesting. I highly doubt Al Heyman will make any appearances in the video, because Al Heyman's like the Loch Ness Monster. We hear that he's real, but we can't quite confirm it. So make of that what you will. You guys leave your comments down below. Let me know who you think is going to win the purse bid, and anything pertaining to this matter down below. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.